Greetings from our channel again. With her alluring beauty and self-assured manner, Raquel Welch was a seductive icon of the 1960s and 1970s. But is there something more beneath the glitz and glamour? Raquel Welch, a beauty queen who was constantly in the spotlight, was seen by the public as the epitome of perfection. Raquel Welch was a conservative woman who rejected Hollywood's easy expectations and lived by her own principles, despite her seductive on-screen persona. She didn't have to endure everything to become a celebrity, unlike Jane Russell or Marilyn Monroe. Rather than being constrained by social conventions or the demands of the entertainment industry, Welch made her mark via her talent, tenacity, and unwavering spirit. Why would a sensual legend like her stand up for her principles so vehemently, even going so far as to challenge Hollywood? Come along as we examine Raquel Welch's complicated and poignant life. She has led a life that is considerably more than just physically attractive, full of memorable experiences and brave choices that have made her a symbol of strength and self-reliance in addition to beauty. Early life. Raquel Welch was born Jo Raquel Tejada in Chicago, Illinois, on September 5, 1940. Her family was a distinctively ethnic one. From La Paz, Bolivia, her father, Armando Carlos Tejada, was an aeronautical engineer who took great pleasure in his Spanish ancestry. Josephine Sarah Hall, Raquel's mother, was of English heritage, her ancestors having been among the first to board the Mayflower and travel to America. Being the oldest of 3 siblings, Raquel sensed her family's expectations of her from a young age. When Raquel was still a young girl, her family relocated to La Jolla, California. She was raised in the Presbyterian Church's stringent religious milieu, where family prayer services were held every Sunday. Raquel's parents' traditional values gave her a strong moral basis, but they also established a lot of rules and expectations that she had to abide by from an early age. Raquel showed a deep love of the arts, especially dance. At the age of 7, she started taking dancing lessons, and she trained for 10 years to fulfill her dream of becoming a professional dancer. But when her ballet teacher informed her at the age of 17 that she lacked the body type necessary for a ballet career, her dream was dashed. Raquel experienced a significant shock, but instead of giving up, she found another interest in beauty pageants. Raquel won multiple titles, including Miss Photogenic, Miss Contour, Miss San Diego, and Maid of California, due to her remarkable beauty and self-assurance. Raquel, however, always felt alone and under unseen strain despite the glitz of these pageants. She once revealed that even though she had won beauty pageants, her family and friends hardly ever gave her any recognition. These accomplishments were the consequence of her unwavering will and hard work in addition to being a tribute to her attractiveness. Raquel's parents divorced after she had just graduated from high school, leaving an unfillable hole in her early years. Raquel also came to the realization that she needed to confront life alone, without the support of others, at that point. She received a theater arts scholarship at San Diego State University after graduating high school with distinction, where she started to cultivate her ambition to become an actress. But college wasn't always easy. Raquel had to take multiple jobs to pay for her education, including modeling and television weather forecasting. Those were difficult years, but it was because of those challenges that Raquel Welch became a strong woman who never gave up on her goals. She wanted to demonstrate that failure could not define her, in addition to proving herself in the artistic community. Only tenacity and resolve could accomplish that. Early career. Despite many obstacles, Raquel Welch started looking for work in the entertainment industry after leaving San Diego State University to follow her love of acting. Despite having nothing to do with acting, she accepted a position as a weather presenter for a local San Diego television station, which helped Raquel get used to the camera and achieve her first public notice. Raquel's marriage to James Welch, her high school sweetheart, terminated in divorce in 1960. She made the difficult decision to start a new life in Dallas, Texas, with her 2 young children. She tried to support her burgeoning acting career by working as a cocktail server and a model for Neiman Marcus. Life was precarious. Raquel, however, never wavered in her resolve. She was aware that Hollywood was her ultimate goal and that nothing could convince her to abandon it. Raquel made the decision to move back to Los Angeles in 1963 in search of a legitimate career chance in the entertainment sector. She began by playing little parts in TV series like The Hollywood Palace, where she introduced the show's guests as one of the Billboard girls. Although she did not become famous as a result of these jobs, they gave her invaluable experience and helped her gradually make contacts in the entertainment industry. Meeting Patrick Curtis, a former child actress who went on to become a talent management, marked a significant turning point in Raquel's career. Raquel had a lot of promise, so Curtis wanted to help her develop her reputation as a sex symbol. Raquel focused on enhancing her public persona while taking weekly dance and vocal sessions under Curtis' tutelage. In order to avoid being classified as a Latina actress, which would have hampered her career in Hollywood at the time, Curtis also suggested that she stick with the last name Welch. Raquel got her first big screen jobs as a result of her unwavering will to succeed. She debuted alongside Elvis Presley in the 1964 movie Roustabout, a minor role that was sufficient to attract producers' attention. After that, she made an appearance in A House Is Not a Home in 1964 and started to establish herself in smaller movies. Raquel's first major hit was the teen rock and roll film A Swingin' Summer, released in 1965. Even though it was merely a supporting role, her beauty and talent attracted the attention of both the public and filmmakers. Raquel started getting more casting calls after that, and she put forth a lot of effort to show that she was capable of doing more than small parts. Raquel's casting in the lead role of the 1966 science fiction movie Fantastic Voyage marked yet another important turning point. Raquel became a globally recognized star as a result of the film's popularity, which was a significant undertaking for 20th Century Fox. She portrayed a member of a miniature medical team that was tasked with saving lives inside a human body. Raquel became the new Hollywood star as a result of the film's distinctive visual effects and her performance, which caught the interest of both reviewers and viewers. Raquel made further history that year when she starred in 1 Million Years BC, and her fur bikini from the movie became a symbol, establishing Raquel as a key figure in 1960s popular culture. Raquel Welch became one of the most well-known sex icons in the world because of her beauty and manner, which enthralled viewers despite the film's sparse dialogue. Prosperous career. Raquel Welch became one of Hollywood's biggest stars of the 1960s and 1970s after hitting the big screen with Fantastic Voyage and 1 Million Years BC. She went on to star in numerous popular movies, displaying not just her alluring looks but also her nuanced performance. She was resolved to demonstrate her true acting talent since she did not want to be limited to the status of a beauty idol. Raquel was able to show off her audacity and sense of humor in 1967 when she landed the lead in the spy comedy Fathom. She later played Lust in the 1967 film Bedazzled. Despite its minor role, one of the 7 deadly sins had a profound effect on viewers. Playing a transgender character in the 1970 movie Myra Breckenridge, a highly delicate and daring subject at the time, was one of Raquel's most contentious assignments. Despite the film's lack of commercial success and negative reviews, Raquel showed bravery and tenacity by accepting the job and working to overcome the preconceptions Hollywood had placed on her. Raquel continued to shine in 1973 when she won a Golden Globe for Best Actress in a Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy for her charming and humorous portrayal of Constance Bonacieux in The Three Musketeers. One of Raquel's greatest career accomplishments, this demonstrated that she was not only a stunning face but also a gifted actress. Raquel made her foray into action movies in the late 1970s with Mother, Jugs, and Speed, 1976, when she portrayed a determined ambulance dispatcher who prioritized gender equality and women's empowerment. This job demonstrated her willingness to take on more challenging roles and her lack of fear of failure. Raquel wasn't confined to the big screen. She showcased her skills on Broadway as well. She was praised by critics when she took Lauren Bacall's place in the lead role of the play Woman of the Year in 1981. She displayed her range of skills in 1997 when she continued her stage career in the drama Victor Victoria, which called for both acting and singing. However, Raquel's case against MGM stands out as one of the most significant turning points in her career. Raquel was let go from the 1982 movie Cannery Row a few weeks after production started, supposedly for preferring to do her hair and cosmetics at home instead of on location. She made the decision to file a wrongful termination lawsuit against the studio in order to obtain damages. The case garnered a lot of public interest and continued for years. Because Raquel refused to be intimidated by Hollywood and was resolved to fight to the finish, she ultimately prevailed and received a damages award of $10 million. She was blacklisted in Hollywood as a result of suing a big corporation like MGM, though, which limited her ability to work on important upcoming projects. Despite winning, Raquel revealed that her career was never the same, which was not the result she had hoped for. Raquel looked to television for more nuanced roles. She portrayed a woman with Lou Gehrig's disease and her right to die in the 1987 television movie Right to Die. She was nominated for a Golden Globe for this role, demonstrating her capacity for powerful and poignant acting. In a cruel and discriminatory field, Raquel Welch was a symbol of tenacity and willpower. She became one of the greatest icons of a time not only for her beauty but also for her talent and bravery, since she never gave up on her goals and self-expression in the face of innumerable obstacles. Public image and private life. In the 1960s and 1970s, Raquel Welch swiftly rose to prominence as a sex icon in Hollywood thanks to her breathtaking beauty and seductive physique. Raquel became the epitome of the era's charm when her picture in the fur bikini from 1 million years BC appeared on many magazine covers and posters, making her a worldwide icon. She was molded by Hollywood into a new sex bomb, a representation of the audacity and freedom of a new age in which beauty and sexuality were unrestrictedly embraced. Raquel Welch, however, was entirely different from her public persona behind the glitz. She avoided getting caught up in the glamour of Hollywood and led a quiet, traditional life. Even the magazine Playboy, which had previously accepted approaches from other beauty icons like Marilyn Monroe for full-length nude photo sessions, declined her requests. Raquel consistently maintained that her sexuality could be expressed without going overboard with nudity. According to her, allure could originate from one's inner confidence and attitude rather than from the act of revealing the body. As a Presbyterian, she frequently went to services at Glendale's Calvary Presbyterian Church. This made it easier for her to manage her turbulent work with her personal life. She always tried to keep her private life out of the spotlight by not disclosing too much about her relationships and family. Raquel Welch has an indelible spirit of her own. She refused to allow her attractive beauty be the only way that Hollywood defined her. Raquel had no qualms about declining parts that she believed were unsuitable or that only played on her shallow attractiveness. She refused to become a sensual icon based just on her appearance and instead opted to remain unique when confronted with comparisons to previous sex bombs like Marilyn Monroe or Jane Russell. She declared that she was a real actress and that she wanted to play a variety of significant roles. The contrast between one's private life and public persona was personified by Raquel Welch. She demonstrated that she was much more than the ideal beauty idol that Hollywood attempted to categorize her as. She was a strong, resolute woman who consistently battled for autonomy and freedom, defying social expectations and entertainment business constraints. Personal life: Raquel Welch experienced several highs and lows in her personal life, demonstrating the fortitude and self-reliance that enabled her to conquer numerous obstacles. 4 marriages occurred throughout Raquel's life, each of which permanently altered her path. In 1959, she was married for the first time to James Welch, her high school boyfriend. Together, they had 2 kids, Tanny and Damon. Raquel was still looking for work in the arts at the time. However, their relationship deteriorated due to the demands of family life and professional goals, and they formally divorced in 1964. Raquel continued to follow her Hollywood goal while raising her 2 children alone after the divorce. She took a variety of jobs to make ends meet during this trying time, including waitressing at a Dallas club and modeling for Neiman Marcus. Raquel maintained her resolve to defend her tiny family in the face of many obstacles, and she refused to allow them to get in the way of her professional goals. She once said that although this was a very trying time, it was also a time when she demonstrated her strength and fortitude. Raquel married Patrick Curtis in 1967, and he served as both her manager and a strategic business partner. Raquel's reputation as a global beauty symbol was largely shaped by Curtis, assisting in her global recognition on magazine covers and the big screen. But there were problems in this marriage. They divorced in 1972 due to irreconcilable differences and pressures from their careers. A time of stability and genuine love was brought about by Raquel's third marriage to French producer André Weinfeld in 1980. They spent many wonderful years together, and André was a kind and supporting companion. When Raquel miscarried while on vacation on Mustique Island in 1983, it was a tragedy that left them both deeply hurt and caused them to drift apart. In 1990, after a decade of dating, they formally separated. In 1999, Raquel married Mulberry Street Pizzeria owner Richie Palmer for the 4th time. However, like her other marriages, it ended in divorce. In 2003, they got divorced. Raquel said she was happy being single and enjoying the independence she had worked so hard to obtain, and she had no plans to be married again after her failed attempts at love. Raquel has numerous romantic connections with well-known people during her life in addition to her formal marriages. Freddie Prinze, comedian. She found affection with Gary Stretch, a former boxer who was significantly younger than her, during the time following her divorce from André Weinfeld. Later, in the early 2000s, she found affection with Nigel Lythgoe, the American Idol producer. She gained memories and experiences from each relationship, but she never wavered in her position or let her independence slip away. Raquel constantly tried to shield her kids from the spotlight, even if her romantic life was turbulent. Tanny and Damon were raised by a strong mother who made every effort to provide the most stable atmosphere imaginable. Her daughter Tanny, who inherited Raquel's beauty and self-assurance, went on to follow in her mother's footsteps into the film industry and even made an appearance on the cover of Playboy. Raquel, however, always made an effort to shield her kids from the glitzy world of Hollywood. defending the family values she held dear and their privacy. Raquel's faith was another significant part of her life. She continued to be a devout Presbyterian and frequently went to services at Glendale's Calvary Presbyterian Church. Her faith provided her with solace and equilibrium, enabling her to endure the most trying periods of her life while adhering to her basic principles. She characterized the church as a cozy and tranquil space, where she might escape the bustle of the entertainment business and find peace and a connection to something divine. Raquel Welch's private life was a vibrant tapestry of joy and suffering, highs and lows. She never gave up on preserving her identity, pursuing genuine freedom and pleasure, and demonstrating that genuine beauty is derived not only from outward appearances but also from tenacity, an unwavering spirit, a successful business career, and other accomplishments. Raquel Welch's career was not limited to acting. She also proved to be talented and astute in the commercial sector. Her wig company, Hair You Wear, which she started and built into one of the top brands in the wig market, was one of her noteworthy achievements. Raquel recognized the opportunity to offer ladies all across the world premium wigs that were both aesthetically beautiful and simple to use. She created this brand by leveraging her notoriety and reputation, with the intention of empowering ladies who wished to alter their look without being concerned about weak or fading hair. Raquel's wig company achieved great popularity and came to represent elegance and sophistication, mirroring her own sense of style and self-assurance. Raquel also created a program called Total Beauty and Fitness that featured videos and booklets that taught yoga, fitness, skincare, and lifestyle tips. Together with photographer Andre Weinfeld, she produced an extensive line of books and DVDs that gave women advice on healthy living and attractiveness. Her instructional videos went on to become bestsellers and helped spark the 1980s fitness and self-care revolution. Because of the program's success, Raquel was able to solidify her reputation as a symbol of self-care and healthy living in addition to beauty. Over the course of several decades, she not only transformed the ideals of women's beauty but also became a symbol of beauty. Raquel argued that a woman's beauty might come from self-assurance and independence, from resilience and the capacity to manage her own life, rather than the stereotypical Hollywood sex bomb caricature with blonde hair and easy acquiescence. Many generations of women were influenced by her powerful pictures and distinctive style, urging them to have confidence in themselves and to not be afraid to dispel preconceptions and social boundaries. Last years. One of Raquel Welch's biggest obstacles in her last years was Alzheimer's disease. In order to protect her privacy and avoid having her life turned into a media circus, she fought the sickness in private. Her final public photos were shot at a Beverly Hills nail salon, where she maintained her poise and elegance while looking worn out. This demonstrated her fortitude and resolve to resist allowing the illness to rule her life. At the age of 82, Raquel Welch died of a heart attack on February 15, 2023. Fans all throughout the world were devastated by her passing. Even though she is no longer with us, her legacy lives on. Public memory will always be shaped by her classic roles, her seductive yet strong persona, and her contributions to the arts and industry. In addition to being a beauty icon, Raquel Welch was the epitome of self-reliance, fortitude, and self-assurance. She led a happy life, leaving a lasting legacy of strength and uniqueness in addition to shining in the spotlight. Her legacy is not limited to movies, images, or commercial endeavors. It also includes her message about the strength of women, which she conveyed by her appearance as well as her independence and tenacity in the face of adversity. In order to remember this legendary lady who embodied beauty, courage, and independence in both her personal and on-screen life, please leave a note below wishing Raquel Welch a restful voyage. Remember to share this video with other Raquel Welch fans if her tale has motivated you and deepened your respect for her legacy. To ensure you don't miss any more engrossing tales of Hollywood's ageless icons, make sure to subscribe to our channel. I appreciate you watching. I'll see you in the upcoming video.